I'm ready. Believe that. You hear me. Now, as we know, once again, Alabama has Oklahoma this Friday. Well, coming up Friday to kick off the CFP playoff, et cetera, et cetera. And as we know, man, media people love to bring the confusion, distraction. Seems like every time Bama is facing a big game, now we talking about the playoffs, and guess what? Boom, here comes the BS. More BS, right? No cap. Heavy, man. No cap. Now they talking about Kalen Deboer going to Michigan. Now we know what's going on in Michigan. The whole Sharon Moore situation with his dumb ass per. You hear me, dog? Heavy. But now they want to bring Kalen Deboer into the mix. I'm gonna get into a Ryan Williams interview later where he speaks on the whole situation. But at the end of the day, bro, I think this is all cap, right? And at the end of the day, Alabama, the Alabama football team cannot, will not, and should not, right? Allow this to distract them off the mission or take their mind off the mission at hand. The only thing, the only focus, main concern should be beating Oklahoma. You talking about an Oklahoma team who came in here around yonder and took pictures in Tuscaloosa, took pictures on the Alabama football field after they defeated Bama, right? Correct. Yeah. The level of disrespect is crazy. And you telling me Bama wants to worry about who's going to be the head coach where? If Kalen DeBoer is real, if Kalen DeBoer is per, he won't entertain that Michigan BS. Now, if he is entertaining it, he need to let somebody know, and let his players know. Period. He's finally built his roster, his personnel, et cetera, et cetera. So for him to up and leave, kind of pull similar to a Nick Saban, leave the way Nick Saban left, that would be very disrespectful, and that would prove him to be a real coward. No disrespect. I'm just stating facts here, right? Around yonder. You talking about a college football playoff, the recruiting class he has brung into Bama, and for him to just up and leave without telling anybody anything, that would be BS. That would definitely be cap. That would mean he has no character, no integrity, no principles, and he is a true liar. I repeat, that would mean he has no character, no integrity, no principles, and that would mean he is a true liar. And the players never mattered. The moment never mattered. Alabama never mattered. Being great never mattered, et cetera, et cetera. He don't care nothing about his legacy. All he is about the Guapino, about the Federale, Linguini, et cetera, et cetera. Homie, you hear me? No cap. Now, if Michigan has offered him something, hey, if Bama got to step up and pay a little more, you hear me? Then do that, dog. Bama got enough money, no cap. Yeah, Bama getting bread. Bama been getting bread from the fans, from the players, coaches, whoever, whatever. Period. From the Bama name, Bama brand, Bama legacy. You right? People watch Bama college football more than any college football team in the world. So what you telling me here? What you really telling me here, baby? Huh? Yeah. So Kalen DeBoer, main focus period should be on Oklahoma. Heavy. Now, I don't think personally, my opinion, I don't think Kalen DeBoer is going anywhere. He's put a lot of work in from the ground up. He's finally starting to make this team look the way he wants it to look. He can officially call this team his. It's no more Nick Saban word and name and legacy being spread around. His team is continuing to improve. Yeah, dog. Had some ugly games, some piss poor games, but at the end of the day, this season has been what? Progress, a lot of progress. Last year you missed the playoffs. This year you make the playoffs. Boom. You win 9 games last year, you win 10 this year. Then you can go make a statement for real. They should beat this Oklahoma team. That should be the main focus, right? The main task at hand is them beating Oklahoma. All this other talk, this Kalen DeBoer to Michigan talk, is BS. Another way to cause a distraction, cause confusion between, maybe even cause some friction, right? Between the players and coaching staff, or Kalen DeBoer and his players. At the end of the day, they got to remain a unit. They got to stay calm, cool, and collected, right? And remain together. Kill all the outside noise, the external noise, whatever you want to call it. Huh? You hear me, baby? No cap. They need to stay together, play as a unit, move as a unit, make sure they're on the same accord, preparing for Oklahoma. Go in there and beat them boys, period. Because you go in there lacking, they go in there with their mind somewhere else, scatterbrain, etc., etc. They're gonna go in there and get their ass beat first round. They're better than Oklahoma. They should have beat them the first time. You subtract the turnovers. Bama would be the victor. You know, they shouldn't even be in this situation for real, where they got to go play an away game. They should be getting a home game right now, or better yet, a bye week. But at the end of the day, you can't sit and dwell on it. It is what it is. Correct? Correct. You know, but this is all a distraction, and they're trying to bring Bama down. And if they pay attention to it, they will lose. If they pay attention to it, I repeat once again, they will lose. Kill all the noise, stop their cap, don't pay attention to the media, these so-called analysts and experts, even some of these Bama alumni who could really care less about how this team performs in a playoff, huh? Period, dog. No cap. You hear me? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Bitch, yeah. A lot of people would love to see Bama lose first round. Oh, to say I told you so, all this, all that. Main thing, main task at hand, huh? Handling that Oklahoma business. I repeat, handling that Oklahoma business, homie. Yeah, you hear. Now let's get into this Ryan Williams interview, presser, whatever you want to call it. I just want to see how the players feeling, you know, what the players thinking about, where their mind is really at. You know, because you know at the inside, at the end of the day, it's an inside scoop. It's certain things going on being said behind the scenes, period. You can't ignore the fact. The players can't ignore the fact. You know? And if Kalen Deboer has addressed the team or not, I like the fact they're keeping it on the inside. They're keeping it on hush, and they're talking about it amongst each other. You know, moving as a unit, moving as one. Correct? Correct. Let's get into it, baby. You hear me? Heavy. Roll Tide, full of pride, right? Win, lose, or draw forever. But let's go damn win. Give me 1 second, man. Let's get into it, man. Real quick, period, man. 1 second, man. Yeah. Let me maximize this screen so you can get the full effect. Huh? Once again, Roll Tide, full of pride. Let's go. You know, let's go. Shout out Ryan Williams. Shout out Deuce. We need more from him. This is the time for him to step up. He says Ron Hollywood Williams, where it's time for him to play like he belongs in Hollywood. I repeat, it's time for him to play like he belongs in Hollywood, period. No cap. Heavy, huh? Yeah.
Get the elephant out of the room all the way first. Have you heard anything about Coach Deboer in Michigan, and what are your thoughts on
of course, you know, we see it on TV, but
Of course he's heard it, you dummy. Of course he's heard it, you DA. How could he not have heard it? You know, you see it on TV, you see it in the media, the news. This is what everybody is trying to push in Bama. You know, this is the distraction everyone is trying to bring to Bama. And how ironic this distraction comes now, you know, at a pivotal point in the season, at a ginormous game coming up, you know. So you know what it is. You know what it is. We see this all the time, every time. They wait till Bama finna play a big game. They wait till Bama finna go on the road versus Oklahoma. They always wait till it's a major task at hand to try to bring an illusion to cause confusion. I repeat, they always wait until it's a major task or a major game at hand, right? To try to bring an illusion to cause confusion. Well, guess what, bro? You hear me? Bama ain't taking it. Real true Bama fans ain't taking it. And we ain't hearing that noise or falling for that rat poison. You know? Yeah.
But I mean, he gave his best effort here, focused on playing against Oklahoma. We're not really worried about it.
How do you guys block out whether it's that job or any other job when he's mentioned? Like, how do you block that out?
I mean, at the end of the day, he serves us for 100%, and I mean, we that's our coach, so we're gonna play for him. And you know, external noise is external noise, so we just focus on the internal.
Facts, big facts. I like that. I like that a lot. I repeat, I like that a lot. I like that a lot, man. Right. Let the external bullshit let it fade out. Let it fade away. Focus on the internal, man. What that mean? Focus on the brotherhood. Focus on the relationships, right? Focus on getting prepared for Oklahoma, right? Putting your best foot forward for Oklahoma. Ryan Grubb, Kalen Deboer, put the best scheme in for your offense against Oklahoma, period. Yeah.
What's been his message about that to you guys?
I mean, he hasn't really said much, but I mean, that's kind of like our motto, like, just focus on what's going on internal because we got to play for each other and all we worried about the people internal.
Is it kind of tough to hear all that stuff when, as you guys prepare for a playoff spot? Or?
Not really. We're not really worried about it, if I'm being honest.
Is Shep still around with you guys, or what's that situation there?
Last week he was around a little bit. I don't know if he's going to be around as much this week, but, we love that he has this opportunity and we got guys like Coach Hughes stepping up already and Coach Torrey Gill, Coach Brett Bowling. We got guys, ready to go just like our players are.
Is Coach Deboer helping out with the receivers a little more?
Yeah, he is. He was in the meeting this morning, and, it's just cool having your head coach back there, just serving some detail just because, he played the position.
How does that help when he has played that spot?
I mean, it helps because, that's the first thing he's going to look at. And, I mean, that's been the case all the way since I got here. But it's definitely, it's tuning up a little bit more right now just because he feels the need to, help out a little bit more. And we enjoy it, honestly.
I know the break has been physically to be able to get a couple of days, but mentally, removing yourself from the SEC title game this regular season, has that helped a little bit, kind of reset?
I mean, yeah, it's good to reset, but honestly, we still been dialed in, as a group, focusing on what's.
And that's a great sign. We understand they definitely needed this reset, this time to rest, But the fact he's saying they continuing to stay dialed in is a great way, a great place to be in. They could have easily let the distraction get to them, right? Got their mind off football, fell into some BS, et cetera, et cetera. Boom. But the fact they stayed together, they love football so much. You hear me, dog? Continuing to hone their craft, watch film, et cetera, build their mental, and also heal and rest at the same time. But the fact they're staying dialed in and locked in, that's what it's about, bro. You hear me? Stay locked in, stay zoned in. They have done nothing yet. But that's great news, a great sign for Ron Williams to say that. And we know he hasn't had the best season. Everyone expected a lot more from him, period, no cap. But he can turn it all around in prime time, playoff time, dog, when you must bring the best out of yourself, be great when you need to be great in big moments. And this is a big moment for him and for the whole offense. All the disrespect that has occurred, people disrespecting your quarterback, disrespecting you per se, disrespecting the whole line, right? The whole offense, even Kalen Deboer and Ryan Grubb, the whole offense should have a chip on their shoulder, right? The whole offense should be prepared and want to go dominate at the highest level, dog. You hear me? No cap, for real. So we're going to see just how dialed in and locked in they have remained to be. But that's great news, beautiful music to the ears to hear him say that right there around yonder. Correct.
What's next to come? Because, I mean, the guys, we just love football. So, that's all we talk about.
Obviously, a familiar stage at Oklahoma, one you've seen. Is that beneficial? Is that, that you kind of know what to plan for? Or what is that?
Oh, yeah, 1,000%. I mean, we know what to expect as far as playing them. We played them. Well, I've played them twice now, once this season, once last season. And, I mean, yeah, we definitely have a great idea of what's to come. We just got to execute at a high level.
What is the offense stressing after the SEC championship game to make sure that you guys can play better?
Executing the simple, making simple plays simple, continuing to try to be the best ball security team, ball dominant team in the country.
How can you guys help Ty just in the passing game?
Really just, allowing him to survey the
Make the catch, get open, period. Bottom line.
defense, so getting lined up faster. Like I said, allowing him to survey the defense, allowing him to make the checks that he needs to make, and then making plays when he gives us the opportunity.
What have you seen from him over the past, say, week since the SEC championship game?
Honestly, just resiliency. Mentally, physically, he's just a guy. I wouldn't rather have any other quarterback in the country.
What do you remember about that game at Oklahoma last year, and is there any of that you can use this time?
Honestly, last time we played there, a lot of the time we had to win fast as far as receivers. Their defense is very similar to it was this year when we played them. A Super Bowl dominant defense. They like to go after the ball. They're going to play fast, fly around, super physical, really just winning fast, don't allow them to touch us, and make plays whenever they come when we have the opportunity.
Did you see after the game here that they were taking pictures on the logo and stuff? Did you guys see that? And how do you kind of react to that?
I mean, yeah, we've seen it, and I mean, we understand the disrespect. We just gotta.
Mad disrespect. Go handle that business, bottom line, period. Handle that business round yonder. Yeah. Make them respect it. Yeah.
Handle it with a grain of salt and get ready to go play on next Friday.
How big are those shorter routes? You said winning early. How big are those shorter routes going to be against a team that's, provides a lot of pressure and the ability to make plays after catch? How much are you kind of looking to relish that?
I mean, honestly, we're going to have a lot of opportunities to get the ball in space as far as skill players, whether that's down the field, something quick. I mean, really we just have to maximize our opportunity in our room, the running back room, all the skill positions.
So obviously Deboer's played receiver. Does he still have good hands? Like what?
Yeah, he definitely still got good hands. He ain't got much twitch. Don't tell him I said that, but he did. He definitely got the hands still.
Have you seen any old highlights maybe of if you got a chance to see tape on Deboer?
I seen a couple. He didn't show me. Somebody else showed me. He showed me.
How would you scout him?
He's solid, big guy. He had more speed then than he does now. We
shout out Deboer, man. Shout out Deboer, man. Yeah.
I just don't say that.
So like slide outside guy, or are you right?
He played a mix of both actually. Yeah, he told me that. Yeah, film study.
You had a touchdown kind of taken off the board last year in Oklahoma. Did they ever say anything or apologize for that? Do you think that was said?
I mean, yeah, they came back and said something, but I mean, it's nothing I can do about that. Just gotta take it with a grain of salt.
What's that stadium like in terms of how close the fans are right behind the bench? Is that different than most?
It's definitely different than a lot of other stadiums, but I mean, it has its perks and benefits, depending on which side of the game you're on.
Show your daughter how.
Shut your ass up, you hear me? Yeah. And that's pretty much it for the Ron Williams hold on. Bottom line, basically, no distractions will prevail. No weapon formed against Bama shall prevail. They have one task at hand. One thing should be on their mind, like I said before. And we're gonna see early just where their mind is located when the Oklahoma game starts. We're gonna see if they start fast, see if they are prepared heavy. You hear me? No cap. Bottom line. But this whole Kalen Deboer to Michigan, why would he even go to Michigan? And he's building something real and purr in Alabama, period. I say real and purr in Bama. Why the hell would he pack up and go to Michigan, bro? You hear me? No cap. He has all the talent over here. He's getting his recruiting class and getting the players and personnel he wants. Yeah, you got some coaches who will leave, players who will leave, who might hit the portal, dog. But at the end of the day, they're bringing players in, bringing more players in. What do we call college football? What must you do in the college football, especially in this room? Guess what? You must recycle players, boom. Recycle players, boom. No way around it. This is the room we're in with the NIL, the transfer portal. They should make changes quickly and swiftly, damn near abruptly, right? Yeah, correct. But at the end of the day, bro, you got to play ball, fair ball, but you got to play damn ball. Yeah, that's the realm we're in of college football. So with Deboer signing a great early recruiting class, with Deboer in the playoff and his team having a chance to make a real run, a real push. And guess what? If they bring their A game, I still stand on it 10 toes down. You hear me? Believe that. Right? They can be any team in the nation, any team in the land. I don't care if you're talking about Indiana, Oregon, Ohio State, Georgia, whoever. Period. Bama show up and play Bama ball. They can be any team in the damn nation, in the country. Straight up. Then take that championship back to the country. You hear me, dog? Have it? No cap. Yeah, bro. Real purr. Real purr. Huh? So that's the bottom line, man. I don't think Deboer's leaving. I don't think it would make no sense for him to leave. I think Bama is where he's at and where he will remain at. Yeah. And we'll see. Time will tell. More to come. But let's get it, bro. Focus on the task at hand and focus on Oklahoma, and let's go get a victory. Hey, fire them comments up. Let me know how you feel about the video. You know what it is. Big Skull here. Roll Tide, full of pride. Win, lose, or draw, forever. Yeah. Here we come.